Hi everyone, Claudia here from Light and Clarity. I'd like you to feel into which Archangel has a message for you regarding what it is you need to do right now with getting things moving and what you need to do next with getting things moving. So I'd like you to feel into which Archangel has that message for you. Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, or Archangel Uriel. For those of you who picked Archangel Gabriel, I'll just channeling, just bear with me. So Gabriel says, some of you are already rearing to go to do with something in particular. You've been waiting for a while, but he says you've been rearing to go. That's some of you. Gabriel is saying there is something that some of you are overlooking or missing that's going to help you with whatever this is you've been trying to get going with. There's one piece of information or something you have overlooked is what he says. And when you find that, he says, you're absolutely going to go and get this particular thing moving in your life. For some others of you, he says, you're sort of holding back a little too long. You're overthinking, over procrastinating, you're sort of scratching your chins. There's two groups of you here, and it's very different. But he says some of you are sitting back a bit too long. Sorry, I'll just get that off. Forgive me. Forgive me, I'll keep going. So he says that very slowly, those of you who have been scratching your chins, he says very slowly, he says, you're going to see a seed that starts to come up. He says, I don't want you to sit back for too long. It is time for you to step up and step forward. He says, even if you just start putting a heap of steps in place, not just one step, he says, I want you to put a plan in place with most of the steps already there that's going to lead you towards getting this particular thing off the ground, getting moving. So he shows me what's coming in next. He shows me outside assistance. You're going to be bringing in outside assistance to help you with this particular situation, this particular life goal, dream, whatever this is. He says you will be bringing in outside help to assist you. In fact, you'll be asking, what do you think of that person? How would you proceed? What's the best way to proceed with this? And that person or that organization will give you what is that you need in order to move forwards. Gabriel says it's about time you did something for you in this regard. It's about time that your boats came in to the shore. It's about time that all your boats come in. It's just the way he's making me feel. It's about time for you doing something for you. And it's about time that things went well for you. It's about time that you are rewarded for what it is that you've been waiting for. Because some of you have moved through quite a myriad of emotions that have been quite difficult, issues that have been quite difficult. And he says it's about time you did something for you, that you put yourself first, that you believe in what it is that you want and that you go after it, and that you put in place what is you need to do in order to go after it, he says. So you need to give to you. He's making me feel that the earth is being prepared for this. The angels are preparing the earth for this. There's already that platform already there waiting for you. We're just waiting for you to step out and onto it and have that courage to do that. And really believe that you deserve it. Really, really believe that you deserve it, because all of you and each of you who are in this first group really deserve to feel loved, really deserve to feel happy, really deserve to have this reward, something for you, not for everyone else, but for you. Okay, I'm going to leave you with Archangel Gabriel. Now, thank Gabriel for coming in. All right. For those of you who picked Archangel Michael, let's bring Archangel Michael in. Forgive me. Tongue-tied. All right, here is Archangel Michael coming in. So we're asking Michael what it is you need to do right now to get things moving and what it is you need to do immediately next to get things moving. All right, here he is. Just be with me while I make the connection stronger. So Michael is saying one of the first things you need to do is plant your feet on the ground and make sure you're grounded. He says without being grounded, you cannot bring anything to manifest or to fruition. He also says, I want you to look at it from the point of view, he says, of reality here, of what is that you're wanting to bring in. He's quite a straight talking angel, Michael, when he wants to be, so forgive me. He says, I want you to look at this from the point of view of reality with what it is that you want to bring in. And whether or not you're in alignment for what it is that you want. He says some of you are hopeful, but you're not planting the seeds. You're not grounding yourselves. You're not fully committing yourself to what it is that you're hopeful for. Because there is a fear here of what if it does come in, what am I going to do then? This particular thing, that you're waiting for, that you're hoping for, that you've been praying about, or whatever this is, whatever words you want to use. Because each of you are individual with this. So Michael says he wants you to actually sit down with yourself and have a real feel into your feelings. Whether or not you're standing in your own way and blocking this particular thing from coming in out of fear, or whether or not it's something that's become outdated and you don't really want this anymore as much as you thought you did or as much as you wanted a while ago. Feeling whether or not this is an old goal or an old dream that you've outgrown, or whether there is something that stands in your way, whether you're standing in your way, he says. So he shows me with what's coming in next, there will be a clearer slate. You'll be clearing your slate from quite a lot. You will notice which people are not good for you, who are the naysayers, and you'll decide to clear, not necessarily not be friends with them, but step away, not tell them, or maybe even decide not to see them so much anymore. He says you're going to decide what's staying in your life and what's going, and that's what's coming in next in order for you to have a clear understanding, a clear seeing with what is that you actually want in your lives for yourselves and where it is you actually want to be, he says, within the next 2 to 3 years. Because what you plan now will be where it is you'll be in the next 2 to 3 years. All right, I'm going to thank Archangel Michael for coming in. All right, thank you. Archangel Uriel, those of you who are in the Archangel Uriel group, let's bring Archangel Uriel in and we'll see what he wants to tell you regarding what you need to do right now to get things moving and what you need to do next to get things moving. So Uriel's very grandfatherly as he comes in. Very grounded and commanding of energy as well. He also helps with deep healing, keeping you on your roads and not allowing your energies to be seeped out by others where you're over giving, over trusting, over telling. He says it's really important that you keep your energy for you. He says you cannot create from an empty vessel when you're giving constantly to everyone else, including over telling people personal things that need to be kept for yourself because they wouldn't understand it. He says in order to create on your life path, it is important that you stay on your road, that you don't overgive to others, and that you don't betray yourself, where you actually back you. You actually back you, your own best friend, your own confidant. All right, just be with me. He wanted me to say that to start with, so I'll keep going. So Uriel says there's like a ball of wool, and it's kind of all a little bit mixed up. Not in a big way, just a little bit mixed up together. It's like you're weaving a web, but the web is a bit confused. So Uriel talks about the lower chakras. It's really important. He says you work on the sacral and the solar plexus. Interestingly enough, he actually channeled this in this week's newsletter. If you haven't subscribed to my newsletter, please do. So he talks about the lower chakras, sacral and solar plexus. Solar plexus is the center for will, self-belief, self-esteem. Sacral is the chakra for your sexuality, your relationships, your creativity. It's where you create from. He says it's really important that breathing into those chakras right now, he says he's present in those two chakras, that you remain in your power and that you believe in your power, and from that energy, from that belief, you bring that energy, you breathe it down into your sacral, feeding your sacral. Your solar plexus feeds the sacral feeds the solar plexus, where ambition comes in, motivation comes in, passion comes in. And this is what he's talking about, clearing those lower chakras, believing yourself, bringing healing in, making sure they're spinning at optimum level, working at optimum level for you, and bringing those energies into one another, those two chakras, just to feed and bring in the energy of ambition, passion for moving forwards. And it's going to help with grounding yourselves. He says, put your feet outside on the ground. There's a real problem with your hips, needing the hips to be level with the feet. Feeling your body supported by Mother Earth, feeling your legs, your feet supported by Mother Earth, supported by heaven, supported with what it is that you want. First, with your own life, supported with the person that you are, number one, feeling that support from heaven, feeling that support from yourself. And with that, I'm seeing introspection coming in and a decision being made quite clearly. He says there is one or two decisions that each of you need to make that's going to clear your path, that's going to take you exactly down the point on the passage, along your road, where it is you're meant to be. So Uriel shows me what is next to come will be a very strategic you. One that has cleared their head, is no longer weaving a matted or confused web. One where everything becomes more clearer. He's even showing me that you'll be able to look around you and everything will look clearer visually. The trees, the flowers, there are things you didn't notice before, you will see. Things will look clearer, things will look brighter. So to speak, but more clarity coming in. It's going to allow you, and you will see attention to detail, and you'll be like seeing a loophole in what has eluded you for a long time, to do with bringing something to fruition. You'll be like, aha, I didn't see that loophole. I'm seeing it now, and I'm going to dive in and I'm going to use it. And that's what's going to assist you with moving forwards down your road. He's helping you right now with clearing that path and moving down your road. He says, if you want me to work with you more prominently, ask me to come in. He says he will work on the sacral and the solar plexus chakra to help you with creating. He says there's an absolute need to be on that road. He's like, whoosh, wants to send you right down your passage, right down your path, is what he's wanting you to do at full force. He brings in the energy of inner strength into each of you. He says it is really important you feel your inner strengths. Even go and have a healing with someone that's really going to bringing those inner strength back and forward within you, or doing what it is that you need to do. Even exercise, he says, going off and exercising and moving those muscles, lifting weights, will really bring in a sense of strength as well, a sense of clearness in the mind too. Uriel says, I want you to believe that you've got this, that you can do this, that what is that you want is waiting for you. Some of you are lacking that motivation, that passion. He says, I'm assisting you with this. All right, I'm going to thank Uriel for coming in. All right. Well, many, many warm blessings. Let me know in the comments how you went. Happy weekend. Thanks, everyone.